But also, how sad is it that we equate getting older with having less fun?
That's what I mean. Permission in your marriage. Like, why did you divorce?
Yeah.
Why did the relationship break down?
Or just generally in your life, do you feel like you have to justify and ask for permission?
You might have a new lease of life then.
I don't know. I feel like I can't do that now.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
what
in my
saying.
30s.
But you don't know what you'll be like in your mid-50s.
True, I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to part 2. We've just chatted about part 1 and it was a dilemma about a woman who has found out that her husband is cheating on her and he now wants to open up their marriage. She just feels betrayed, obviously lost her trust. So if that sounds familiar, if you're interested in hearing our thoughts, go and check out part 1.
Why not? Yeah. Check it out.
Should we just go straight into the second one?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. So I'm loving this one because there's so many emojis.
Okay.
So I'll just put that out there. This person has put in a lot of laughing emojis.
Okay.
And he's just written, I'm male, I'm in my mid-50s, I'm divorced, I've got grown-up kids. How do I balance working with the need to go out partying and acting like I'm 18? Laughter, 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 laughter. I work really hard, but then in the evenings, I love to meet people and the drinks start flowing and I just can't help partying like a teenager. I suppose giving off lots of energy. Is that bad? Short and sweet and funny.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Work hard, party hard it seems like is the motto of the day. But I'm kind of like wondering why he's asking us this.
Well, he's like, is it bad?
Okay.
That's what was the last bit.
That was
is
the
that
last
bad?
bit. Is that bad? Okay.
He's like, I'm enjoying myself. Is that bad? Like, almost like, should I not be enjoying myself?
Yeah, it's like he's asking for permission rather than it actually being a dilemma.
Yeah, and he's saying that like an 18-year-old. So it's like he's in that young...
in that young space.
Yeah.
Asking for permission.
And I wonder if that does happen, you know, when people have, because he's divorced and he's got grown-up kids, right? So I'm just wondering, when people have been married and they've gone through this, you know, this journey, this season of maybe getting married, having kids. He doesn't say when he's divorced, but his kids are grown up. So he's obviously not needing to worry about looking after his kids.
Yeah.
He's not attached to anybody else. I wonder if when you go through that and you come out the other end and you're single, whether it does take you back to maybe a younger part of your life when you're like getting into the world, you're feeling energized, you're flirting, you're dating, you're going out, you're having a good time.
Yeah. But also, how sad is it that we equate getting older with having less fun?
That's what I mean.
And less passion and zest for life?
Yeah. Like he's saying, like an 18-year-old.
It sounds like maybe he's gone from one extreme to the other. I don't know. I'm putting that out there. Like I'm putting words in his mouth here. It's almost like the image I get is of him being free and he's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Now I can do it all. Now I can have fun. And I'm just like,
like an 18-year-old going to uni.
Yeah.
You know, going into halls of residence.
Literally, they're
and
free.
And they're like, freshers, here I come.
Yeah.
I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah. I think as long as he's aware of that, which he seems like he clearly is.
Yeah.
He's aware of that. And I think keeping that in mind whilst also having the fun maybe could be the balance that he's looking for. Not necessarily thinking I either work hard or party hard.
Why does it have to be one or the other?
Why does it have to be one or the other right now?
Yeah.
Unless you feel like this is negatively impacting your work, it's negatively impacting your mental health, your well-being. I don't know, like, did he say he's drinking a lot?
He says the drinks start flowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, unless you feel this is negatively impacting your health, because, you know, want to promote health and all aspects here, or impacting your relationship with your kids, then be mindful of it.
I wonder if someone's been judging you.
It sounds like he's judging himself a little bit, no?
But I wonder if that's come from someone judging him.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if, because you're kind of like, you're almost like having to prove yourself here. Like, I work really hard, but I love to meet people. And then the drinks start flowing. It's like you're trying to give a reason.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to sell us a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, where's that coming from? Has someone said something to you like, mate, you're in your 50s, like, what are you doing? Why are you going out all the time? Why are you, you've got grown up. Do you know what I mean? It just sounds like...
Yeah. I think you're right, actually. There probably is a hint of judgment coming from somewhere because there's all these laughing emojis. And typically, if we see someone laughing a lot when they're talking about something, when something actually isn't funny, it's like, well, what are you defending against?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
But that can be a defense if you're thinking, gosh, this is bad and I just want to make light of the situation.
Or someone else has told you it's bad.
Yeah.
And that's made you feel quite vulnerable.
And you want to mask that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, without the emojis, if we look at this from like a different tone, it could be perceived as, I feel like I've got a new lease of life. I'm really enjoying meeting new people. I love doing that. And maybe I realise I'm an extrovert deep down. And
were you allowed to do that in your marriage?
Yeah. And like, I don't know, we look at it in a different way then. We think, oh, of course you should be doing something that gives you a sense of life and passion and zest. Of course.
I wanted to say, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Responsibly. Or not. At the end of the day, it's your life. You have to lead it in a way that makes sense to you.
Yeah, the responsibility comes back to you in terms of like you take responsibility for yourself. If you feel like, I've really overdone it these last few days, then, rein it back in. Like, there's always going to be judgment out there. And again, maybe I'm putting this on you and maybe nobody's judged you. But there are always going to be judgments out there. But at the end of the day, like, you are the boss of your life. You have to look at yourself in the mirror every day. You have to be okay and accountable to your actions. So if this is bringing you joy, if you're not hurting anybody else, you're not hurting yourself, and you can look in the mirror and say, that was a really fun night. Yeah, I've got a sore head.
Yeah.
But that was a really fun night. And you're okay with that.
You do you.
Yeah. Go and do you.
You don't have to ask permission.
No.
To live your life.
And now this is where I'd be starting to get quite interested in, did you have to ask for permission in your marriage? Like, why did you divorce?
Yeah.
Why did the relationship break down?
Or just generally in your life, do you feel like you have to justify and ask for permission? It could even manifest in your work life. How do you empower yourself even at work with your friends?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were about to say something.
I was also going to ask, and why now as well? Is it just because this could be years and years after the divorce, but why now? Why now are you partying hard? And are you partying hard, or are you just partying?
Yeah. But because people in their mid-50s are not seen to be partying, is that being viewed as partying hard?
Yeah.
Whereas actually you're just going out and socialising and it's just quite normal?
Yeah. And would there be any difference if you were a couple going out together and drinking together?
That's a good way to look at it.
Or not?
Yeah.
Would people still be thinking, oh yeah, they're just like having a social life?
Yeah. They're that fun couple.
They're the
good time couple.
Rather than having dinner parties at home, they have the parties outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, do you? I think be aware of it.
Yeah.
Be aware of this, like intentionally, mindfully walk through this space that you're in and be curious about it.
Yeah. How do your kids feel about it? Do they know? I'd be quite curious about that as well. Not in a way where, again, you have to explain yourself to them, but I wonder, like, how much do they know about your life?
Yeah.
Are they interested in your life?
What's your culture as well? Because I think cultural differences can come into play here as well.
Yeah. How's your community viewing it?
Yeah.
Are your parents around?
Yeah.
How do they view this?
Yeah. So essentially, stop asking for permission. But if you are asking for permission, be curious about why you're doing that and where that's come from.
And how old is that person asking for that permission? Does it feel 18?
Yeah.
Or like 17, just going on to that 18, coming into adulthood?
Yeah. 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 More power to you. Enjoy. I couldn't.
You don't know. You might have a new lease of life then.
I don't know. I feel like I can't do that now.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
what
in my
saying.
30s.
But you don't know what you'll be like in your mid-50s.
True, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might feel like I have I feel physically I couldn't handle it.
Because I also wonder, like, you know, you've kind of mid-50s, you're kind of like 10 years away from retirement, right? So where are you in your career as well? So you're working hard, but do you also mean like you've worked really hard and now like is work in a good place?
Yeah.
That you're not having to like, you don't, and that's what I was saying about the responsibilities of like raising kids, the responsibility of a marriage, the responsibility of work. Like it seems like maybe those areas of your life are not taking up as much space.
Yeah.
And you've come back to you.
Yeah. Also, to play devil's advocate, is there any avoidance going on?
What do you think he's avoiding?
Well, he may not be, but is there any avoidance going on of the loss, maybe? The shedding of a previous identity, the loss of like normal life as it was for however many years? Is partying a way for you to escape what you're really feeling and what you're thinking and to avoid the loss? Just putting it out there.
And what would be your advice to that?
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, shush, Vicky, because Ritz is going to ask you, what do you suggest?
I was like, if she's going to give it, then let's go.
Again, I'd say let's do both. Let's be aware. Let's be aware that you're feeling something and you're trying to hide what you're feeling whilst walking through this journey.
I don't know why I've got the giggles now.
Oh gosh. Don't avoid. No, it's okay. Don't avoid. But if you're going to avoid, at least know that that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And have a plan of action of coming back to addressing it at some point when you feel ready to. Yeah, I think that's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm hot now. The pressure. The pressure was getting to me.
It was like a Viva.
I know. Oh my gosh. My Viva was pretty chilled though.
You came out of it and aced it. You aced it. You had like, can I share it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had like 3 minimal corrections in your minors. 3 minors.
I know.
You aced
and
it.
literally part of it was just put a table in there.
They were so minor. You were like, I've done mine. You're like, I remember afterwards when we got the results, you're like, yeah, I've only got 3 minors, but you know what? I'm just going to give myself a break for like, I think you gave yourself a month, and then you're like, and then I'll just do it. Yeah. And then you do it and you're like, it's done.
I know, and it literally took me a day. But you know what? I think it's probably because they were just not bothered.
What?
I think I had examiners that were just not bothered. They were like, yeah.
No, I think...
Maybe it was their last of the day. They were just like, let's wrap this up.
No.
I really do. No, I honestly do. I honestly do.
No.
And interestingly, can I share this? This is so unrelated to what we're talking about. But it's related to this podcast.
Oh, okay.
So in my thesis, I talk about my feelings also as a researcher, but also as part of the demographic that I was interviewing. And I remember that one of the examiners was like, you may want to be mindful about going into this profession and being so open.
Oh.
Yeah, and about your reflexivity and the impact that will have on your work.
Do you think that's just Surrey?
I mean, he wasn't in Surrey. He was an external.
Of course.
He was an external examiner. But yeah, full circle moment. Here I am sharing a bit more of my personality, who I am, my thoughts outside of the clinic room.
Yeah. That's such a full circle moment.
I know, right?
Yeah. But also, isn't that so powerful? Because that's you owning it as well. Because, you know, like when you are training in any profession or even becoming an adult, and maybe this kind of like brings it
does
back
come back
to this, doesn't it? It's people are telling you like who you need to be or how you need, like when we were training to be psychologists, we were very much taught how we needed to be, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then something like happens where you move away from training to being qualified, working, finding your own feet with it, finding your own voice, your own authenticity, to then be like, this is just who I am. This is how I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And like
not seeking permission from anybody.
Permission. And just owning who you are.
Yeah.
I think this is why maybe this, I was feeling as we were talking a bit like this one feels a bit, not easy, but I feel like our response kept being like, just do it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Go and do it.
Yeah.
Fine. You don't need our push. Just go do it. Just go do it.
Yeah. But maybe because we've lived it.
Yeah. Maybe because we know what it's like to be told to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And then you like shed that skin.
Yeah.
And like, I can keep elements of it.
Yeah.
But this is who I am today. And so, you know, like we were talking about the impact like of your family, the impact of your work, the impact of your marriage, your kids, your friends. Like you can take bits of that. And who are you today? Who do you want to be today?
Yeah.
And if that is a man who is in his mid-50s, that's going out partying and meeting people and having a few too many and enjoying that, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it until it's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
And your body will tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Your body will be like, this isn't fun anymore. Let's change it up. Let's do something different.
Or let's get a little bit of balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too.
I didn't think we were going to have a full circle moment, but yeah, we did.
I like it.
Yeah. I hope that's been helpful. And thank you for sending that in.
Thank you. And we get dilemmas sent in like all ways, don't we? So sometimes people, they like respond via DMs to us. I think that's what that one was.
It was a DM.
Yeah, so it was like, I loved the emojis. When I was reading it, I was having a good giggle. Yeah, so you can, if you have a dilemma you want to share, send it through to our DMs or our email, which is
hello@thetherapyfloor.co.uk.
This is Dr. Ritz.
And this has been Dr. Vicky.
Remember to like and subscribe on our YouTube, our Instagrams and our TikTok. And we will see you on the floor soon.
Bye.